Hey everyone, so I know it's been a long time, but I'm here, I'm back, and I'm better. Um, I'll get into it a little bit more in the next video, but for right now, I'm going to be showing you guys how I got this beautiful soft glam look. Right now I'm going in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Powder. This is in the shade Black, I believe, but I'm going to be listing all the products and shade names down below, so in case that's not correct, you can check down below. She has fairly thick brows, so I'm not really going to be doing too much. That's the main reason why I went in with a powder, because I just wanted to touch up a couple of sparse areas. I'm really just doing a lot of brushing through, so just adding product and brushing through back and forth between those two motions. So before I start to carve out her brows, I'm just going to take some moisturizer and I'm going to apply it to her skin. And I'm doing this before I start carving out her brows because I like to give the primers and the moisturizers, just basically anything we use to prep and prime the face, I like to give that a chance to completely sink in so it can actually do what it's supposed to do instead of just mixing in with the makeup. I'm just going to really quickly carve out her brows and prep her eyelids. I'm going to speed through that because, you know, that's self-explanatory and I don't want to bore you guys. So since I'm focusing on the eyes before the face, I'm going to do the primer right before I do the eyes. I'm going in with the Milk Makeup Blur Stick. I absolutely love this product. You can literally see how it just gives her face such a smooth finish. So while we're doing the eyes, that's just going to sit in the skin. It's going to sink in. It's going to do what it's supposed to do, again, as opposed to it mixing in with the foundation when we go over top. For the eyes, I'm going to be taking the Morphe 350 palette, and I'm going to be using these two shades that you see me mixing right here. Honestly, if you're following along at home, you don't have to worry about this step. I honestly feel like this step was unnecessary. I learned so much from just this look alone, but you guys will see what I'm talking about as the video goes on. So right now I'm just applying it in her crease, and I'm blending it upwards towards her brows. And I'm just trying to really build up that color. I'm using windshield wiper motions and circular motions to blend that out. After that, I took this mustardy brown kind of color and I really just focused that in the crease and I blended it upwards as I went. You're going to see that I'm going to be going in between two brushes. One brush is going to be this brush, the one that I'm using to add that pigment, and then the next one is gonna be just strictly to blend it out. There's not gonna be any additional products on that brush. I'm just gonna continue going back and forth between these two brushes until I get the desired pigment and blend. So now for some color, I'm going to be dipping into the Huda Beauty new Nude palette, and I'm going to be dipping my brush into that shade right there, that beautiful plum shade, and we're going to really be focusing this on the outer corner and the crease. I'm taking all the shadows that I've been using from the outer corner to inner corner, and I'm really just going to work on intensifying that shade. All the brushes that I'm going to be using or that I am using are going to be listed down below as well. So watch out for that because I don't remember the numbers to any of these brushes. Sorry guys. So this is the part that I feel like I really messed up on. First of all, I feel like my first mistake was this trick that I did right here. I drew that cut crease way too big for her eyelids. It took up almost her entire lid space, but again, it's a lesson learned. I used to swear by this trick, but I no longer do. But that look ended up coming out beautiful, so I'm not mad. But yeah, so I'm just cutting the crease, and I'm actually using a lip brush. I was so nervous during this part because I did not want to have to redo this look. I was literally not breathing. Like every time you see me pull away, it's because I'm trying to get some air. So for that pretty shade that you saw in the intro, I got that by mixing together two pigments. I mixed a mixed pigment and a Colourpop pigment. I don't remember the name of the shades. They will be listed down below. Sorry guys, don't kill me. But yeah, it came out so pretty. I was gonna mix in one more pigment, but I couldn't find it, and I feel like that was God's work because I feel like I wouldn't have liked it as much if I mixed in the third pigment. But guys, this shade came out so fucking bomb. Like, I gotta give myself a pat on the back for this one. So now I'm just going in with this pencil liner. It is from a UK brand called Flomar. I love the shade and I really feel like it brought the look together, but it was so hard for me to get that wing liner because the pencil was so dried out. So in a few, you're gonna see me take a lighter to the tip of the pencil. I learned this from Instagram and it literally made me doing that liner so much more easier. So my camera died and I had to finish the second eye off camera, but now moving on to foundation. I know this seems like a weird mixture, but these two together look like heaven. This Colourpop foundation, first of all, has never let me down. Like, I've been mixing it with a couple of different brands because it's way too light for me, so I've had no other choice but to mix it. And literally every single brand I mix it with, it makes the foundation better. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but the Nars Natural Radiant is a great foundation all on its own. So this was literally just because I had to lighten up the shade. It wasn't for any extra coverage or to enhance the formula. It was just because Syracuse was way too dark for her skin tone, so I had to lighten it up. But you can clearly see that it matched her skin tone perfectly. You can't even tell that I'm putting foundation on. So now I'm just laying that concealer down so I can blend it out. I'm just using a MAC Pro Longwear concealer. I will again list the shade down below. I'm just using a little lip brush. Anything flat will do the trick. And now I'm going in with a Sephora brand concealer brush. I do not remember the number of this brush, but I really slept on Sephora brushes in general. Like, two of my favorite brushes are from the Sephora collection. This brush, you can clearly see it blends the foundation or concealer out so well. Like, it's so dense and so compact that it just leaves no streaks. You literally just press it in and it just pushes the product out beautifully. And I'm not baking today. I'm just going in with some Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I'm just going to be setting underneath her eyes and everywhere else that I highlighted. Now we're ready for this face to be snatched, hunty. I'm going in with an eyeshadow. Yes, an eyeshadow. You can use eyeshadow for blush. You can use it to contour. You can use it to highlight underneath your eyes. Multi-purpose, baby. I'm just using a shade from the Morphe palette. But now to add some extra color and just do some bronzing, I'm going in with the Fenty bronzer in the shade Private Islands. I got it in gratis, and this brush is the second brush that I was talking about from Sephora that is just the best. It literally just grabs the product and it pulls it to wherever you want it. It just blends it out so nice. Like, I'm obsessed with that brush. Now I'm just taking a stippling brush because I wanted the color to be dispersed. I did not want it to be, you know, just in one spot solid. This is the Nars Orgasm Illuminator, not the blush, but I'm using it as a blush. It gave her the most beautiful glow. Like, I'm just so obsessed with this. This is my new favorite product for more tan skin tones to use as a blush. You see how healthy her skin looks? Like, wow. And now for some drama, I'm just going in with some lashes. Honey, I got these from the beauty supply store. They stepped their game up. I don't have the exact name or number for you, but you can find the styles just like this at a beauty supply store near you. And since we can't glow enough, I'm going to take some Morphe Continuous Setting Mist and spritz her face right before I go in with some highlighter so it could just glide right on and look pretty on the skin. I'm taking this Alexis Ren and Colourpop collaboration. I'm sorry guys, but this item is discontinued. I'm almost 100% sure that they no longer sell this collaboration. Don't kill me. But there's so many highlighters out there that look just like this one, so you'll be alright. She already has a really pretty and defined nose, but I'm just going to take a little bit of bronzer from that Alexis Ren palette, and I'm just going to put some on the sides of her nose and right underneath her lips to just complete the snatch. I almost forgot this step, and if I did, I would have been so mad because this is what ties the whole look together. I'm just taking some of that Love Bug shade, that deep plum, and I'm just smoking that along her lower lash line. So I wanted to keep the lips in that same berry toned family. So what I did was, because I didn't want them super purple and I didn't have the exact color that I needed, it was either too purple or too red. So what I did was I took that same liner that I used for the eyelids and I'm using that to line her lips. So after I line her lips, I'm going to go in with the same liner and I'm going to fill her lips in so that way we have a purple base. So when we go over top with a red, it's going to complete that beautiful berry toned color. So now I'm going in with that red that I was talking about earlier, and I'm just doing a pat slash drag motion over top of that purple base, just so the color doesn't come out too pigmented and too red and completely just covers the base. We still want some of that purple to shine through. And I was still feeling like the color was a little bit too bright for me, so I went in with an obsessive compulsive makeup lip gloss in the shade Anita, I believe. It's a super dark, like chocolatey red kind of color, and I again went over that red with a very little bit amount of product because that color is super pigmented, and I'm just pressing it over the lips so we can still have some of that purple shining through. And voila, I got that reddish berry toned shade that I was looking for. Sometimes when you don't have exactly what you need, you gotta finesse. So now I'm just going in with the same brush that I used to carve out brows, and I'm just perfecting the lips. Last but not least, I'm just tying this look all together by adding some mascara to the bottom lashes. This is the completed look, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more.